And as you sit for a moment, your body begins to feel a bit weird. Kind of nausea creeps in a bit, and the coloration of your vision in this area becomes almost like a gray, colorless, black, white, and gray tone.
How do you feel? Do you see anything? Is it interesting?
I think it kind of sucks.
We're gonna work on it.
But
You guys going on a wall?
We're both Empire kids, right? More so than the rest of the nine?
Yeah.
What do you think about the Empire?
I mean, what?
About the crown?
It is what it is.
I think it's kind of bullshitty. Can we agree to keep each other straight?
How do you mean?
Let's just make a pact if either one of us do anything stupid that maybe we're each other's fail-safes.
I like that. God, what if she has been lying to us?
And she fucking lied to us. And we take that and we learn that as a lesson for later on.
Want to gamble?
I'm not much of a gambler. You're thinking a jester.
No, I'm not.
What?
This is a game
My
of
goodness. Here we are, second
Put a
morning in a
question on
row.
the deck.
What
Whoever
is this,
draws the highest
2016?
card has to answer it.
Hey everyone. Morning, Lauren. Morning, Lady Temeraire. See, I didn't yawn. I was fine. I was not yawning, and then of course I turned the camera on, and the yawn comes in. Sorry if I infected you with a yawn just there. Oh God. Oh God. Hey, Butters. I'm doing pretty good. How you doing? Oh, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Coffee is just so good. It's just so good. Okay, we got the quest. Oh, let's do our bullet journal camera. This cable is annoying me. Yes, well, what stream do on what stream do I not burst into song at some point or another? It's my musical theater background coming to the fore. Ah, the glory days. When I played such iconic roles as Matthew from Anne of Green Gables, Chuck from Cheaper by the Dozen, Captain Hook in Peter Pan, and of course, Thorin Oakenshield, leader of the dwarves, in the actually existing High School Musical version of The Hobbit. Good morning, Nova Carmen. pew, 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 pew. Hey, thanks for the follow. This guy is drawing. Welcome to the stream. Feel free to grab yourself a free book at the link I just dropped in the description. That will get you a free copy of the novel Nightblade, which is the first book of Underrealm. You might enjoy it. Fair warning, you may get addicted. Hermagerd. .124 through 129. And 132 to 137. Are we listening? Yeah, everybody's totally fine, Lauren. Thanks for asking, but it's honestly just an annoyance at this point. Des is completely asymptomatic. We talked to the doctor. The doctor's like, yeah, he's definitely past his contagious period. And since nobody else in the house tested positive, it just means that he got it and it didn't go beyond that. We've contacted everybody who was in contact with him or with anybody else in the household. Literally every single one of them got tested. Everyone else is negative, so it looks like basically just sort of a little, I don't know. It's the best possible scenario, and we're still going on, still locking ourselves down for the full period, obviously, just to be safe. But it was scary for about a day, and then it looks like everything's just totally fine. Which is really good. Yeah, that's excellent news. Excellent news. And of course, we're just really grateful that, like, nobody in the household has any, health issues that make it any scarier than it just already naturally is. We're very fortunate in that respect. Exactly. And that is truly something to be grateful for. eastern moon to a city pharaoh I. Marching men in squadrons passed me by. No pipe did hum, no battle. Oh, that's awesome, Lauren. I'm really glad to hear it. Bells, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2. They hung out the flag of war neath an Irish sky. Came riding through. Long-range guns rang out over the foggy dew. Good. That sounds appropriate. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, folks got to take care of themselves. Might shine through the foggy dew. Ah, shit. I jumped the gun. Blew my load. You heard me. Sorry, didn't mean to get anybody in trouble at work. But also splooge. What's 24 plus 12? 36. Yes, Lady Temeraire. Yes, very much so. My life goes pretty fast in general, and more so recently, but yes, absolutely. August practically didn't exist. Space Jam in Espanol. Now, hold on. There's not like a separate Spanish version of Space Jam, right? It was just a Spanish advertisement for Space Jam. That's pretty amazing. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 4, 5, 6. All the same, at least I'll die with a name. Okay, so what is our next Writer writin'. Who would have thunk? Sacrifice, I feel like I'm alive. Penniless, it's all the same. What the fuck? No one who can stop her. She's going till the house lights come up, or her stomach spills onto the floor. This night is gonna end when we're damn well ready for it to be over. And the music is playing on our time. Yeah, we do what we do to get by. And then we need a release. Okay. Oh, real quick. Today we are wrapping up our monthly administrative stuff, which I am woefully behind on. Then, with any leftover time, we're going to try to wrap up the work that we have to do on the podcast and get that coming out again. And that's about all I'm going to have time for today. Family's doing good. You know, all in lockdown, quarantining ourselves. It's annoying, but what are you going to do? But yeah, everybody's healthy. Kids are bouncing off the walls more so than usual. A deep TTRPG campaign going? Oh, yeah, that'd be fun. I don't think the kids are quite ready for Pathfinder. Tales from the Loop. No, I have not heard of this. Qua? We are the long forgotten sons. We are the long forgotten sons. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's amazing, Lauren. That's cool, Bodegazilla. That sounds like a lot of fun. Me personally, I'm kind of done reaching out to other systems unless there was a group that I wanted to play with who were using the other system. My attempts to like branch out into other systems, I try them and I'm like, well, this is okay. And then I try introducing other people to them and they're like, I like D&D better. And I'm like, I honestly like D&D better as well. I've had fun with other systems, but like the universality of D&D is definitely one of its strong points. And in terms of gameplay itself and rules design and everything like that, I just really, really gel with it. Oh, hell yes, Lauren. That's amazing. But like, it was definitely a lot different when I was younger, you know, and had a lot more free time and everything. Because then, yeah, I could dive into Pathfinder and just spend like days learning it and practicing all the rules and everything like that. But that's not the case for me anymore. I mean, obviously not with Pathfinder, but with other systems. I'm not able to just do that whole deep dive thing, and neither are all the people that I get the opportunity to play with. We're all just sort of like, hey, you know what? There's this one system that already exists that we all know really well, and that we could all just play with, and that we're already having a lot of fun with. So... And then, of course, people online are like, yeah, play a different game other than D&D. And it's like, okay, buddy. Touch grass, please. Please. Oh, that's a good idea, Bodegazilla. I mean, listening to D&D podcasts, obviously, you know, very much including Critical Role, definitely teaches me a lot more about D&D. Of course, then you have to resist the urge to become one of those internet assholes who lectures the cast about the rules. Yeah, totally. And I completely understand. I completely understand why people want to play other game systems, but it's just like I don't, and neither does anybody that I play with. You know what I mean? Maybe one day we'll get burned out on D&D. Just hasn't happened yet. I want to hit things with an axe and or roast them in magical flames. And also, you know, which is obviously just a symptom of, you know, them being the biggest, like nobody comes close to competing with D&D for in terms of releasing new content. So it's like, it's very much like, you know, games like Magic the Gathering in that way, where it's like, oh, bunch of new stuff. Let's figure out how to integrate all these cool new toys into my existing toy box. Okay, so that's true. Pathfinder is just like, yeah. But like, I don't know. I don't feel like I don't know. I don't feel like Pathfinder's new stuff is like, I feel like Pathfinder's new stuff is all like new story stuff. I know that there is new mechanical stuff, but there's nothing. I haven't seen a Pathfinder release in a long, long time that's as exciting as like Xanathar's or Tasha's or, you know, that sort of thing. There will definitely be a 6th edition. It will not be for a very long time. Like 5th edition has already lasted much longer than the last, like, I think than the last couple of editions. No, not longer than 3.5. But it was longer than 2 and longer than 4. And, like, they're just printing fucking money. Like, they're just making so much goddamn money. And why would they risk that, you know? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was out for 8-ish years, and it was, yeah, I mean, it was successful, sure, but compared to what they've got right now with 5e is like, whoo. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, that has a very limited usefulness. Because everybody thinks they know how to design the game better than Wizards of the Coast does. And nearly everybody is wrong. Right. That's the prevailing mentality. Everyone else's ideas about how D&D should be are wrong, and mine are correct. And you should do to D&D what I want you to do to D&D, and fuck everyone else. Gosh McDammit. Yeah, that sounds good. I was just talking with my buddy about Call of Cthulhu the other day, and we agreed that it provides a very specific game experience, which we are rarely looking for, but when we are looking for it, it satisfies that need very deeply. 44 through 49. Like, Like, you can't run a Call of Cthulhu campaign. If you run a Call of Cthulhu campaign, you're kind of doing it wrong. Call of Cthulhu is essentially a one-shot system because you're not really supposed to survive. Everyone's supposed to die or be horribly, horribly affected by what happened, so much so that they would never want to leave their house again. And so that's fun, but in small doses for us. I mean, if it's designed for campaigns, they sure designed it poorly, because it's very hard to survive in that game. Oh, sure. I mean, you can do it that way too, but like I consider that a series of one-shots. Like if it's new people showing up every time, then there's, to me, if story is character-based, like that's a plot-based story, and I don't find that as interesting. All right, we are done with our bullet journal. I'm going to use the restroom, refill my coffee, and we're going to come back and we're going to keep working on the rest of monthly administrative stuff. I will be back in a moment.
Wait, are these like playing cards or your tarot cards?
Tarot cards, so they got numbers.
You know I fucking hate those things.
No.
I don't want anything to do with them.
I'll throw one out there for you. What's the best lie you've ever told?
The best lie I've ever told.
I'll give you mine if you give you yours. Whoever gets the highest has to tell.
There was a politician in the town that I grew up and didn't like very much. Didn't like his wife either. Wanted to find some dirt on him. Figured out that they were cheating on each other and destroyed their relationships and their lives. Maybe I shouldn't be proud of that, actually.
No, I'm very impressed actually. You are a good friend to have and a terrible enemy to make.
Yeah. Anyway.
To not quite being the worst people. Cheers.
Cheers.
Night.
Moving on. And if I see any of your faces again, well, at least you'll be able to see your friend on the other side.
Fuck you, Lorenzo.
Fuck me.
remember what Molly said when he told us that he left every town better than what he found it? When he first told me that, I remember my first initial knee-jerk reaction was, you fucking arrogant, narcissistic bastard. No one can fucking know that. He was an arrogant bastard, but he was right. And do you know how I know? We had a conversation last night. We were up
Okay.
for watch. And he asked me what.
All right. So let me get this straight. Why did you hesitate? There's a fuck is my blue tape. The fuck is my blue tape? That's really annoying. It's the same office I've been in for like 2 years, yeah. In the blood? What? Oh, this is going to annoy me. I mean, I should say this is actively annoying me. Void. There we go. I need to go find my blue tape. I'll be right back. Success. Now we both have separate lives, lovers. I'm afraid to blindly get into publishing without knowing my strengths. Well, Nick, I have some bad news for you. No, sorry, not to be flippant, but we rarely know what our strengths are until we start actually publishing for public consumption. But what that means, in relation to your question specifically, is that getting your work out there for free on your website is not a bad place to start. A lot of people start that way. You know, that's how Hugh Howey got his start, and then he, you know, wrote The Martian. So it can work, clearly. Oh, shit. Second part. The thing that I would say is if you start putting your work out there for free in order to build a relationship with your audience, because that's what you're doing, you want to make sure that you've got a method in place to keep a relationship with your audience. So for the best tool an author can have is the email list. Okay, so you want people on an email list where you have their email address and they want you to email them however frequently or infrequently. The important thing is they're there to receive your emails when you put them out. On your website, you can ask people to subscribe to like website updates, like a blog. People can subscribe to get emails every time you put out a new blog post, if that's how you're publishing your stories on your website. And that's fine. That can work perfectly well. But point being, you want to have some way of actually keeping your people. Shit. Yeah, that's going to drive me crazy. So we're going to throw this away. Although I guess we can just do the months, can't we? Because like if you just put stuff up on a website, right? So it's there, it's on a website, and then you're like, okay, I feel like I'm getting to know my people. Let me write and publish a book. And so then you go and you self-publish a book, or even if you just publish a book, you know. How do you tell those people? How do you tell the people who went to your website and read your stuff and liked it? I mean, you can just publish on your website again, but are they still paying attention to your website? Are they going to get an alert? We live in like a notification age. You know what I mean? So how are they going to receive a notification about what you're doing? If you're talking about me, though, everything I do has intense audience retention built into it. Signing people up for the email list, getting people to subscribe to my podcast, getting people to join my Discord server. These are all ways that I am holding on to people and their information so I can contact them when I have a new book. And of course, it is important to remain a cool person who's not an asshole who people want to hear from. That is the second part of the equation. First of all, you need to get people's information so you can contact them. Then you have to continue to be a person who they want to be contacted by. And if you start spamming them, or you only ever talk about your books, or you are an asshole, then they don't want to hear from you anymore. And that's bad. We don't like that. That's not what we want. Excuse me. We are a who, we are a who, you are a when. And that's a thing, Nick. Honestly, like, your writing might not be up to your own standards yet, and so you might just need to spend a lot of time writing, and write a bunch and then read a bunch and then write a bunch and then read a bunch. Study some courses, join a writers group online if you can find a good one. All this sort of stuff on working on your craft. And you can do that journey online as well, if you want to, if you're willing to be vulnerable about it. But don't do that journey publicly. If you can do that journey publicly online, people might really love watching that. People might really enjoy watching you go through the process of going from novice to like accomplished writer. But if you are not able to take criticism, if you are not able to turn off that part of your brain and be like, okay, like people are going to shred your writing. They just are. People shred my writing. People shred Stephen King's writing. People shred Patrick Rothfuss's writing. No matter who you are, and especially if you're a novice and you are going out there saying like, hey, I'm just starting out, I'm trying to learn how to be better at this, people are going to glom onto that, and they're going to specifically target you because you have already said you're a beginner who is learning. So if that's not something you want to do, if that's not something that you can withstand, don't do your writing journey online. Do that privately and start reaching out when you are self-confident enough in the quality of your own work that you can then mentally put aside unjust criticism of it. And yeah, monetization right off the bat, it can work for people, but if you're going to monetize anything that you're doing off the bat, you need to be offering some value. And if you already know that like you need to work on your craft, I would not recommend like some people would just start a Patreon right off the bat, and they'll start writing and they publish it on their Patreon, and people pay them for the writing as they put it out. That's fine if your writing's good. But it's not a good look to try and ask people for money for writing that you already know is not... It needs work. You know what I'm saying? Where'd that checklist go? There you are. Now we both have separate lives, lovers, and lovers. Insignificantly enough, we both have significant others. Only time will tell. Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously we all have to start somewhere, and sometimes we have to start with what we can afford, but I would almost, like, I would recommend getting an editor who you do not have a personal connection to. Because, one, it is entirely possible that they could be biased in your favor and don't want to give honest feedback because they don't want to ruin your personal relationship. And two, you might more easily disregard their advice because they're personally connected to you. All right. So now... Now we have to do some checklist stuff, which is going to be real boring, and it's just going to be me typing a bunch. So... Da-ba-bum-bum-bum. Oh, I want to listen to that, Lauren. Thanks for the recommendation. Okay, so we need you to be a new window. What? What? Ah, okay. Already did that. Chirp audiobook deals. We got how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 12. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh. Submit. Email you sent yesterday. I have not checked my email this morning because I am writing, but I mean, I'm only technically writing. I'm technically working on admin, so let's just see here. Oh, thanks for that link, Lauren. I appreciate it. Right. Hmm. Ba-da-bum-bum-ba-ba-bum. Okay, which books do we want to submit chirps for? That's an important skill to work on, Nick. Making people's dialogue sound different. When you're practicing stuff like that, by the way, go overboard on it, right? So, like, because you'll go overboard and then scale it back. It's like flexing a muscle, right? It's like if you want to be able to, I don't bench or anything like that, but or do like a bunch of free weights. But if you want to bench 150 pounds and make it look easy and perfect and have perfect form every time, you want to get to the point where you can bench 250 pounds. You know what I mean? Where that's like your personal best. Because if you're up to 250, then by the time you're handling 150, you can just make it look really good. So like when you're playing around with making people's voices sound different, try a bunch of like crazy shit. Like say you got like 3 characters in a scene. Write the scene where one character only speaks in declarative sentences. One character only asks questions, and one only speaks in passive voice. I don't know. That's just 3 things that just like, off the top of my head. And write the whole scene that way and make their dialogue make sense. That's probably not going to be a great scene, but you're going to be flexing that muscle of making your 3 characters sound very distinctly different from each other. And you'll be working on differentiating speech patterns in your own head. I love doing exercises like that. And then sometimes you get like a great idea out of it and you're like, oh, this scene that I'm working on, I'm going to do blah. Okay, chirp for Nightblade. Chirp for Alchemist's Touch. Oh, come on. There we go. Chirp for Bloodlust. Chirp for Cloak of Red. Chirp for Mystic. Chirp for Darkfire. Chirp for Shadeborn. Chirp for Mind Mage's Wrath. Chirp for Fire Mage's Vengeance. Chirp for Stoneheart. Chirp for Nightblade Epic Volume 1. And chirp for Academy Journals Volume 1. Science fiction and fantasy. Oh, I love Ocean at the End of the Lane. Great book. Reminded me very much of Madeleine L'Engle. That same sort of like almost cosmic horror being enacted on a child, but in a somewhat child-friendly way. It's like this is clearly an unknown and unknowable horrific thing that could do, you know, horrible, terrible things. And a kid is just like, "Oh, it's a monster." In all of Gaiman's stuff that's written about and for kids, he has this tremendous ability to make the book even scarier to adults who are reading it, because like the kid in the story is just sort of like, oh, this is a monster and I should do something about it, and kids reading the story are like, yeah, that's a monster and they should do something about it, and the adults reading it are like, you're walking into the mouth of Cthulhu, stop child. You are not safe. Oops. And we have submitted all of our chirp reviews for the day, for the month, I should say. Quick restroom. I don't know heart-shaped box. Be right back. Oh boy. Sounds intense. Ugh. Hold on, I have to check a code on my phone. Yeah, Joe Hill. Who goes with the pen name Joe Hill because he doesn't want to have his horror career rely on the fact that he's Stephen King's son. Which, you know, respect. I might not have made that choice, but respect for making that choice. Ballsy. Stupid, but ballsy. And just like that, monthly checklists are done, or at least ready to be completed at the very end of the month. And those of us of lesser gods, won't eat till we're hungry, won't drink till we're parched. And those of us who forget where we're from, create on the sand and we can spawn. Oh no, for sure. And wasn't Horns the one that Daniel Radcliffe did it, right? Way life's never been. Mm-hmm. God bless Daniel Radcliffe. Going out there and just living his best goddamn life. Cold on the face, come down from your heaven, Lord, let me tell you. Hell on earth, take me back to the way life's never been. 2, 3, 5, 11, 23, 24. Yep, got it. I should just do this, actually. Okay. I'm not gonna stand at the end of the pier. I'm not gonna let you go down with the ship. Raise up your anchor, it's time to set sail. And I'm not gonna let you go down. I'm not gonna stand at the end of the pier. I'm not gonna let you go down with the ship. Raise up your anchor, it's time to set sail. Gonna let you go down. There we go. 463. I'm not gonna stand at the end of the pier. When I'm working at the workshop, one of my favorite ways of fucking with my coworker Jesse is when a song comes on that we both know and love very much, I just start singing it. I wait for the, like instrumental intro to finish, and as soon as the lyrics come in, I start singing it in a goofy voice. Like literally goofy, like Disney goofy. Anyway, a song came on, just came on in my headphones that I have hit him with before, and anyway, it's fun. It's pretty great. It's actually pretty great. I have a pretty fantastic job, and I'm very grateful. I can't feel the way I do. I won't be ignored. Touching you. Touching you. That would be so goddamn awesome, Lauren. I like, oh man, I can't even imagine. don't know too much, but I know this shit is fucked up. I know this shit is fucked up. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. Fuck me, I was about to be really annoyed. Yeah, this is just an Offspring song that I love very much. The chorus literally starts with, I don't know much, I don't know too much, but I know this shit is fucked up. It's like, boy. I'm trying to remember when this came out. Yeah, so that was in 2008. So June of 2008. So it was the last year that Bush was in office, and there was just a lot of really good protest music during the Bush era, and this was definitely like way high up on the list. But also, like, listening to it now in 2020/2021, it's pretty like, oh boy, y'all had no idea where things were gonna go. Oh man. You know you make me break down. Make me break down. Sin Shake Sons Can't Go to Hell. I don't know that one. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of there's chili peppers on this station for sure. Ugh. I don't want to look like that. Down. Make me break down. Bum, 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 bum. Goodbye to your sorrow, and hello to tomorrow. Got away. Lauren, shush. Don't you say a word. Say good. about it now. I want it now. Give me your heart and your soul. No. No, god damn it. Sorry, I'm pasting the email into I'm pasting my email into my actual email management program, and it's just it has a very bad text editor. There's no other way to say it. It's very bad at being a text editor, which you would think would be like the primary require. God fucking damn it! There it goes again. Like, that's the number one thing that I would think an email management website would need to get right was the word processing, so that like you can edit text without wanting to drive an iron spike through your brain. But they didn't. They didn't do that one thing. Jesus, how it rains, how it pours. Yeah, you leave me. Here it goes, here it goes, here it goes again. Here it goes again. Shoulda known, shoulda known, shoulda known again. Here it goes again. Shoulda goes. Here it goes. All right, let's see if this email is any good. Okay, Bloodlust link. Yep, that's not what we want. This is the most ridiculous song. I love it so much. Giving up, giving up, giving a fuck. Yeah, it's the worst, Lauren. Giving up, giving up, giving a fuck. Man, now, 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 now. Okay, and we schedule you to go out at noon today. Schedule it. Giving up, giving up, giving a fuck. Is it 18? 18. Giving up, giving up, giving a fuck. Alright, now we have to go back to full screen because I'm about to dive into my website's back end. Better way, said the note they left behind. In the wake of disarray, place. What we are is the sum of 1,000 lies. We know is almost nothing at all. We are what we are till the day we die, till we don't have the strength to go on. Till we don't have the strength to go on. Let us pay. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, it's just a text editor. It's not that hard to make it work. And also, like, okay, so I understand it's a website, right? But there's tons of websites with excellent text editors. What's the one that I always refer to? Oh, I mean, Google Docs is just, it's a very easy text editor, which is why I now write my emails in Google Docs and then I have to paste them into ActiveCampaign. But even just pasting it into ActiveCampaign is like, blorp. Just like that. How can we argue? Tell me. How many times can we tell you that we... It's trained on you. Thousand lies. What we are is almost nothing at all. We are till the day we die, till we don't have the strength to go on, till we don't have the strength to go. No space, no room to move around, and this box is getting smaller. I'm trying to get out. How did I get so far from where I was? When did I decide to lose my way? Who have I become? I got a new low, all 52 cards in a row. See now that I won't let go. No, I won't let go. Who am I? Cold shoulder, you have to cry. Feel bad, well, so do I. So do I. Really? No, god damn it. Oh, just silly stuff in Google Drive. It's annoying. Been right, I've been left, I've been wrong, I've been left behind, been up, I'm mostly down. Okay, we appear to be sorted. Oh, all right. So, just starting to go in on the podcast. But now I must go and make the breakfast for myself and the fam damly. The whole fam damly. So let's see who's streaming. Ah, Kahuna. We're going to throw a little raidy raid over to Kahuna the Elder. I just discovered, or I was just introduced to him by whoever I raided yesterday. I don't remember who. But he is a writing streamer. Seems like a cool dude. So, head on over there, say hi, hang out with another writer if you so desire. I'm going to pop in to chat, hang out for a minute or two, and then go off and start my day with my fam. May see people on later in the day, but may not. And yeah, thanks so much for being here. If nothing else, I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Ha! Okay. Peace out, everyone. Bye.
The Steps of Murokai.